Welcome to the beautiful winter resort of St. Moritz, Celerina, Switzerland. We're here for the 8th stop on the Women's World Cup Skeleton Tour, the final stop. A World Cup champion will be crowned here today. What Monte Carlo is to auto racing, what Wimbledon is to tennis, St. Moritz is to the sliding sports. Hello everybody, I'm John Morgan, joined by Greg West from the US Skeleton team. What an exciting first heat we had. Janine Flock from Austria, she's in 3rd in World Cup points, 4th in World Cup points. If she finishes 1st and Kimberly Boss 10th today, she would win the World Cup title. She's won it before. She's not far out of the top 2 spots. This is Kimberly Boss from the Netherlands. This young Dutch athlete only has to finish in the top 7 today to win the World Cup title. Nobody from the Netherlands has ever won any kind of title in the sliding sports. Exciting day for the Netherlands and Kimberly Boss. But you talk about coming out of nowhere, Jacqueline Naracott from Australia. Never medaled on the World Cup Tour. Very few top 10 finishes. She comes late in the heat. She's got a lot of experience, but we're all like, wow, broke the track record. 7 times the track record broken in the first heat, Greg, and wow, unpredictable. Look at these standings.
Absolutely unpredictable, but I'm going through the results and trying to quantify and figure out what the commonalities are. Jackie Naracott and Kimberly Boss, there is a common trend between the two of them. Jackie is coached by Dom Parsons, who works with Kristen Bromley on the Bromley sleds, and they're both, her and Kim Boss are on the Bromleys, coached by Kristen, and they're 1-2 right now.
Top 20 will go in the second heat. Kelly Delka improves her chances to make the Olympic team. And the 21 through 25 will not. There's so many races within races. There's Jacqueline Naracott. She has never been in this position before. There is Kimberly Boss. She has never been in this position before. Neither has anybody from her country. Janine Flock, she can only hope to post the best time and hope that Kimberly Boss fails. But wow, there's Canakina from Russia, good start. The Russians aren't doing well. The Germans aren't doing well. Wow. Story, the races within races. People trying to make their Olympic team, get a chance to walk on the Olympic parade. Wow. There's excitement, and you know, Naracott, wow. Australia's never been in this position before.
No, and I think Jackie has a medal from Lake Placid from a few years ago, but we need the Martin Haven
storybook.
Yeah.
Kelly Delka will go first, is 20th to 1st. Katie Tenenbaum from the Virgin Islands trying to make an Olympic team. She's right on the bubble. Silvera from Brazil. Dees was the silver medalist, or a bronze medalist 4 years ago. Then you see Kelly Curtis from the United States with a good run. Look at Katie Iolander from the US. She threw it down. Mimi Radneva, also from Canada. She was great in training. She's in 4th. She could strike easy. So now our first competitor, Kelly Delka from Puerto Rico.
Looking to move up after first heat. She popped the groove right off on the first step and brought it back. It was cool, calm, and collected and got her run in.
And that's not an advantage to go first on this track.
No, that's kind of the worst draw you can get on this track while making the cut here. Late in the horseshoe, that's where you want to be. Kelly takes it right up near the woodwork. It's a good looking line. A little down on speed. I was expecting something a little north of 99, but a solid run leading into the Olympics, and that should help her qualify.
Katie Tenenbaum from the Virgin Islands, a teacher. 19th spot. She hasn't had a great season, but she's on the verge of qualifying. Good finish here. There's a lot of races within races, that's for sure. Ooh, a lot of scratching there.
Ooh, and the wall hit on the exit of kink 1.
All you athletes call her a math whiz, right?
She's a math teacher in the Virgin Islands. And the calculation there, though, was not great. Just scraping that wall all the way down to wall. And that is going to hurt her time. So she's 0.06 of a second back, but now she's down on speed as well. She's going to have to be perfect through the rest of the track to have a chance to overtake Delka. 1/4 second back. Got to have big speed. Got to see something north of 100 here if she's going to close. Head's buried.
3,600 fat speed, second best speed.
96.4 is not going to do it.
The names on these curves, horseshoe, telephone, double stike, no name, bridge, leap. These were names that were given on this track over 100 years ago. Now the track's different every year they build it, so the track record is what we have and what we saw today earlier. So the track records change every year, but what a thrill it is for an athlete to compete here.
Well, Kelly Delco going to move up one.
111.43. She's, almost 3,500 slower. Jeff Payne, her coach, the Canadian who won a silver medal at the 2006 Winter Olympic Games for Canada in skeleton.
That's what happens when you hit the wall and just grind along the wall in the kinks. I mean, one hit is bad, but to sit there and just continually ping pong off of it, it just kills your speed. There's nothing you can do, even on this long St. Moritz track. But see, there it is, one. And then she corrects it, and we thought she had it settled, and then it just creeps over on her again. And once you get these, I call the speed wobbles, there's no coming back from it. I mean, just scraping along that wall. And this is not concrete wall. It's jagged, and it slows you down.
So she's in second. Now up to the top, our next athlete, Nicole Silvera from Brazil. 27 years old, her 11th World Cup start. She lives in Calgary, but she was born in Rio Grande, Brazil. She's a nurse by trade. She really tore up the America's Cup circuit. Hasn't done so well over here in the last 3 races.
Little skid there going into kink one. She had issues there in the first heat, and again, just does not have these 2 tricky straightaways figured out. You'd think it's so simple, just go straight. Well, the ice is slick. She's got green numbers though. She's up 0.8 of a second right now. Let's see if she can overhaul Delco. 0.7.
Well, a lot of that to do with the start.
A little skid there going into Nash. She doesn't look quite comfortable, but she does have a big lead.
She hopes to move up. You know, the World Cup rankings,
Down on speed. Delco was up by 2 kilometers an hour, so it's going to come back 5,800. It was a long track. She needs a really clean bottom. 0.3 of a second up, but it's coming back quick.
It'll be close. Looks like she has qualified for the Olympic Games. Brazil will get 1 sled into the Olympic Games. She looks like she's set to walk in the Olympic parade.
It's going to be very close here at the line.
600ths. She was like 0.6 up at one spot. Joe Ciccone down there, the Calgary guy with the Italian background as a coach. So she can do no worse than 17th here. And that'll lock her into a spot. 3 weeks from now, she'll be walking in the Olympic parade at the Beijing Winter Olympic Games.
She's really struggling up here in the kink 1, kink 2 region and just can't seem to get the sled planted doing what she wants underneath her. See her exit horseshoe. Comes out and just clips that wall, pops the head up. So you get that wall hit and the air dam from picking your head up. But she's done the job this year.
Next athlete, Laura Dees from Great Britain. This is the athlete who won the bronze medal of the 2018 Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. Had a rough season. Hasn't got a top 10 finish. This doesn't look like the same athlete we saw 4 years ago.
So she had a up and down season going to the Olympics in 2018. It worked out pretty well with her winning a medal. So 5:33 getaway.
And her athletic background, equestrian.
A little skid going in and out of Sunny. You hear the toe dragging on the ice.
She's got the lead, green numbers, but it's pretty solid too, 7/10. It's probably going to come back a little bit, but boy, there's big disparity at times here, Greg.
Yes, Delco's still with the fastest speeds, but up 0.8 of a second. Dees is going to, barring anything crazy, is going to be your new leader. But she's looking forward.
Into the finish curve, the Martineau curve is named after the original president of the St. Moritz Bobsleigh Toboggan Club, Herman Martineau. 1:10.33. A little bit slower, but she's the leader, but that's a huge amount of time to be in the lead. I got to believe she's going to move up.
Yeah, definitely an opportunity to move up. She's looking at Canakina and Rolling, who's, the next 2 sleds, not sleds we typically see back in the 16th and 17th spot. See Dees breaking away a little bit going into Sunny. And then on the exit as well, the back end just creeping out. She's got the toe out there, but that, that's time lost. So there was more in the tank. Even though she gaps everybody by a second, there was still a few tenths left. But a good run for Dees.
Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for watching and supporting over the years. Means a lot.
Good chance of her going to the Olympics. Great Britain will send 2 sleds. Next up from Russia, Yulia Canakina, one of the better starters in the field. 26 years old. She can always light it up at the start, that's for sure, Greg.
5:22 improves on her 5:28 in the first heat. She had the 5th fastest start in the first heat, but nice and quiet through these long straightaways. It's a super flat portion of the track, so any mistake is magnified. She's got a 1/4 second in the bank.
So 47th World Cup start. I talked about Laura Dees, who just came down, her sporting background, equestrian. Yulia Canakina, first sport she lists where she came from, ballet.
Check the speed on the exit of Horseshoe. Up a 1/2 second, but a little rough here. Second fastest speed. Delka still putting on a clinic in Horseshoes. Had the fastest speed through the first 5 sleds.
Each coming back 54 hundredths was still an eternity of time in this sport, but not on this track.
She's got a good-looking bottom portion of the track. Fastest speed that we've seen,
wow.
134.
She got it going on the bottom. She went early, she went at a disadvantage. Here she comes down, 109.81, 22 hundredths better, 30 hundredths better than her first run. So Yulia Canakina, she's 6th in World Cup points, so she shouldn't be back here in this position. 5th in World Cup points, excuse me. She's medaled 3 of the last 4 events. So she's not real happy about where she is, but I think she could move up. Again, she went early in the first heat.
Yeah, but she had an ice deficiency in the first heats. Definitely has better ice here. Still some stuff that you see by her body language. She got off the sled. There's some stuff she's not happy with right there, for instance. Wrong side of the track, kicking the wall.
Next. Doesn't look happy. Jacqueline Rolling. This athlete here, according to our notes, has to finish 8th or better to be selected to go to the Olympic Games. This is a former world champion, a former Olympic medalist. This is a big heat for Jacqueline Rolling.
Needs to start going. She's already halfway through her start clock.
Pressure run for this veteran German pilot.
She needs one of those burners. Now, the thing about Rolling is she's capable, but she's working pretty hard on the exit at Kink 1. 5:59 getaway.
It's her 53 World Cup start, 26 years old. She went pretty early in the competition. She went 5th, right behind Canakina.
She's a 1/2 second back going through the snakes.
Now, she's way back, but we were amazed how she took 6/10 and took the lead. She broke the track record coming out of with that bad deficiency up top, because she can really glide down the track. She's the tallest female athlete in the competition. Here she comes.
Well, she's got to move up 8 spots, so she needs that fastest speed that she just put down. She's not chasing Canakina. She's trying to move up into the top 10, and that means she needs to
Here she
put down the burner.
comes. Look at the speeds.
112.9 fastest speed of the heat. Through the bottom, we'll see. Check. She needs to be about 136, 137, 137.5. Huge speed at the bottom. She's looking to move up.
Great run from Jacqueline Rolling, 109.50, 49 hundredths better than her first run. I don't know if that's going to be enough for this young German athlete to get into her 2nd Winter Olympic Games.
Well, that would have put her 8th in the first heat, which is where she needed to be, but unfortunately
she hurt herself. Oh, looks like her left hand, wrist. I think she's going to be more hurt if she doesn't finish in the top 8.
See where that happened. I didn't see any.
Look at the form here. Look at the form. Again, she's the tallest athlete in the field.
Driving out with the toe out of Horseshoe. Maybe clipped the wall there. That could have happened in the outrun, too. I've had some big hits in the outrun here.
Next up, Anna Ferdstad from the Czech Republic. Young athlete's 37th World Cup start. She's another one, gives up a lot of time at the start, but she's another great glider, huh, Greg?
Yeah, Anna's built for speed late. She gives up a lot at the top, like you said, 571. It's the slowest start of the second heat, but Anna builds big speed late. She's already booked her ticket to the games, so she's trying to put up a good result.
25 years old. Okay, her former sport, she's a gymnast. And 1100's back. And her and Rolling have similar gliding styles. She's going to be going head-to-head with Rolling here in the bottom. She can't be losing any more time, though.
Check the speed. Nice line through horseshoe. Dove it out strong. 1800's back, so she's coming. Fastest speed of the contest so far. I love the heat. 100.9, so faster than Rolling. But like Rolling, she's not chasing Rolling. She's trying to move up. 112.9. Still fastest speed. Here she comes. This is what Anna does. She builds big speed.
She could do it here on the bottom. Martineau, long straightaway, second best speed. 80 miles an hour with your chin inches off the ice. Can't do it. 109.83. Jacqueline Rolling is one step closer to her chance to get into the Olympic Games. Rolling went a half second faster. And Fernstedt only went 600s faster in her second run.
And we talked about in the first heat how this track speeds up. That's typically in the first heat. Second heat, it usually levels out, and it's a heads-up race. We see her going through horseshoe here. It's a good-looking line. Fastest speed of the heat.
Her best finish of the year is 12th, so she could get that. She's had a rough season way back in 16th in World Cup points. Next up, from Russia, Alina Terechnikova. And she's got 1600s to work with. Her 14th World Cup start. All the Russians are good starters.
Terechnikova trying to solidify that third spot in the game for the Russians. Good start, 5:29. Anything under 5:30 has been the benchmark for a good start today.
One of the youngest athletes in the field, 21 years old, from Moscow.
Got close. Gets her head just millimeters off the ice. Super aerodynamic. She's got 7/10 in the bank right now over Rolling. I don't know if that's enough, though, because Rolling had huge speed.
100-meter hurdles was her track and field background.
6,700s. Let's watch it. Coming back a little bit. We need to see 100 plus out of horseshoe for her to have a chance. Up near the woodwork. That's the bigger line that she had. Half second, but 98.5. She's down. We have a race on our hands right now. I don't know if she's going to be able to hold on. I think the track might be too long for her.
Coming back, one silver medal so far on the World Cup Tour. She's 7th in World Cup points. Jacqueline Rolling at the bottom is looking on, and it's, can't tell, third best speed.
It's going to help. She's got 2/10 in the bank. She is going to be your leader. No, she's not.
Jacqueline Rolling moves up one more spot to an Olympic Games appearance.
Rolling was to put the afterburners on through Martineau and Portago.
Terechnikova falls one spot. Again, she's 7th in World Cup points. The Russians do get 3 sleds into the Olympic Games. She's already booked her ticket.
Not happy there. Hate seeing that number 2 coming up the outrun.
Well, the reason she's so successful because she gets the great start times.
Boy, she went for it in horseshoe. She was low through there run 1. She did not make that mistake a second time. And she had this spot until the last 2 corners, and that's when you find out.
Okay, next up from the United States, Megan Henry.
Well, this is a battle. Her and Kelly Curtis are more or less racing off for the second spot. I believe Kelly needs to beat her by at least 4 spots, maybe 5. Somebody's going to check my arithmetic on Twitter.
This young athlete, she's 34 years old. She's a U.S. Army intelligence officer. And as I remember, Greg, she had a terrible top of the track.
Yeah, that's much better.
Much better.
She was ping-ponging in between kink 1 and kink 2 on the first heat. Much more quiet on the sled. I wonder if she made an adjustment, dropped the rock a little bit, but much more stable. 6/10 up, but she is chasing Kelly Curtis right now. She has no other cares about anybody else in the field than Kelly Curtis.
USA will send 2 skeleton female athletes
Low line.
to the games. She's the 3rd-ranked athlete in this race.
99.5, down on speed, and the legs are flailing a bit. She really needs to be perfect here at the bottom. 7 fastest speed.
Oh boy, Jacqueline Rolling might get someone else.
This could be really big. Somebody needs to get the slide rule out and watch the
She's not going to do
standards.
it. Boy, she had a great top half this time. Bad top half in the first heat. Just didn't put it together.
Oh wow, she falls.
3 spots.
Wow.
So Jacqueline Rolling lives another.
That could have implications. There's a drop race. Somebody that has a calculator may be crunching some numbers. Because
Now, she can drop a race, and so can Kelly Curtis, but Katie Iolander cannot.
Correct.
Iolander's in 5th. Iolander stays in 5th. I got to believe she'll book her ticket to the games. How low was that?
That was the lowest line we've seen. It looked like the sled snuck over a little earlier than she wanted going into horseshoes. So she has that late height. You see here, just going for it at the bottom, a little bit late height. Question is, will it be enough? Time will tell. She's had a great season.
Next up from Canada, Jane Chanel, making her 56th World
This is
Cup
Alina
start.
Nicotina.
Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, Nicotina. I'm sorry. Ahead of myself. Nicotina, the best starting athlete in the world, the athlete who's 2nd in World Cup points, who we had to finish within 5 places better than Kimberly Voss to win the World Cup title. She's way back here.
5:17 start time. She was out-pushed in the first heat by Valentina Margaiola from Italy. Was not stoked about it, and actually did not match Margolia's start time there. Margaiola was 5:15, Nicotina 5:17.
So she needs to get to the bottom. There's some miracle. You know, she actually needs Kimberly Voss to not finish the race at where she is now. You know, this is one of the best athletes in the field. She won the first 2 events of the season. She's only had 1 podium since. But she, on the 1,250-meter tracks, Greg, she's so much better than everybody else because she's got a start time that beats some of the men.
Yeah, I've been out-pushed by Alina, so I know how that feels. She got 7/10 up right now on Rolling. I believe she's going to hold that spot, but I do not know if that's going to be enough for her to overtake Boss. Saw Christian Auer there on the side doing a little filming, throwing it way back.
Wow, 27, 109.46. Jacqueline Rolling, she can only now go on the sidelines and really hope for some kind of improved run. Maybe the Germans will change their attitude, but I got the note that she had to finish in the top 8. And boy, it's going to be a reach for her to finish in the top 8. Nicotina, well, she's the leader, but
low line in horseshoe. She just doesn't seem like she's had this part of the track figured out, and it's so important to build speed going into the bottom section here. When you're low, you have a late height, and you really have to drive it out. Friction on ice is bad. This natural track is super porous, so friction is magnified. She knows it.
Watch out for her in Beijing. Here's our standings, 10 down. Alina Nicotina is the leader. 10 fastest sleds yet to come. Well, there's a lot of nervous energy on this track. You can feel it.
My hands are sweaty just watching it because there's so much going on. The races within races like you're talking about, there's still some tickets to the games to be booked. Now, will it be enough for Rolling? She was just overhauled.
She's in 11th. She's got to pick up 3 more spots.
Yep.
And boy, it's tough, you know.
Hannah Nicey from Germany also coming up and has to have a big result. I think she needs a top 3.
Now they're looking at Rolling's wrist. Remember, we saw her. Look at the swell. You can see it from here, that little bump. Yeah, they're taping that up right there. The Americans, well, they got 2 more sleds coming down the track. Only 2 sleds of the 3 from the United States will qualify. Great Britain gets 2 spots. The only countries that get 3 spots into the competition are the Germans and the Russians. It'll be interesting what the Germans will do if they've got 3 spots and don't name Rolling who they bring up.
Getting messages from Ken Childs. and Tim Reynolds. They're doing the math on the USA women right now.
Someone's got to do it. There's too much math for me. The numbers, they can throw out an event. That's the thing, you can throw out an event. There's Jacqueline Rolling. She has injured herself. She's 3 spots away. She needs to be 3 more sleds, and it's possible.
According to Tim Reynolds, if Kelly Curtis moves up 1 spot, this gets super interesting. So we're going to go with what Tim said.
I believe Tim Reynolds.
I believe Tim Reynolds.
And anything comes out of Ken Childs' machine, I believe him too. Tina Herman's our next athlete up. It's going to be very interesting this next 25 minutes. There's the Canakina. Welcome back to St. Moritz. John Morgan and Greg West in the call here in the final 10 sleds of the season for World Cup skeleton. Tina Herman of Germany. She's ranked in 3rd in World Cup points. She's won 2 events in that. That's why she's a multiple world champion.
Yeah, Tina takes no prisoners. She has no friends on race day. She's here to win. She's here to move up. So I had no doubt that she would bring heat, second heat.
There's no athlete in the field that brings the strategy to the track that second place is the first loser. That's why she's a multiple world champion. And she wears her results on her forehead. This was not a good run, though.
No,
low.
super high on the exit. She was low in the middle, high on the exit, comes through and clips, and that just knocks you offline for the next 4 corners where you're working instead of letting the sled build speed. She is not happy.
Way up on the finish area. Next up, Valentina Margaiola. She's got a lot of challenge here. She was disqualified for a crash in Altenburg. She's in 6th place in the World Cup points. She's medaled a couple times.
Well, she came back from the crash in Altenburg. Oh, start record, 5:14. Wow. Katina has someone to worry about for the next 4 years.
This is some young athlete that has come out of the cast. They started off in bobsleigh, so she has come out of the Italian camp, 28 years old. She's a policeman, Carbonara.
I don't think she's ever been up 0.8 of a second on Tina Herman.
Track and field athlete.
9/10. Oh, it was basically a second. She's pulling away.
I would say this is the breakout athlete of the season for women's skeleton.
Absolutely. Check here, right up to the woodwork. It
nice.
Worked. It worked.
9/10. What kind of speed? Second best speed. Wow.
She's over the 100 mark. That's the magic number. So Tina needs some help because I don't see her losing a second to the bottom of the track. Third fastest speed.
This could be a statement run.
She's looking to move up.
Again, if she didn't have that disqualification for the crash at Altenburg, she'd be in the top 3 in the World Cup. She's back in 6th.
Great looking speed right there. Good looking line. That's a great run from the Italian.
Wow, 108.95. She goes 58 hundredths better than her first run. If there's a Rookie of the Year award or breakout, she gets it.
Yeah, that's a big run. That is going to put some pressure forward for sure, and especially on Kelly Curtis, who's our next sled. Kelly, if she moves up 1, this gets interesting. Quoting Tim Reynolds there, I know Ken Childs and Tim Reynolds are doing the math. We're looking at Margaiola right to the woodwork. She went for it. That's the line you have to go for. It showed she had top 3 speed on the exit and lays down a big run. Up 7/10 on Tina Herman.
Getting very interesting. Getting very interesting. Very interesting here. Look, she goes to the leader's box, and now we move on to the athlete. Next up, Kelly Curtis from the United States, U.S. Air Force.
Kelly needs the run of her career, her short career. Never been to this track before and comes down in 8th place after the first heat. I talked to Tuffy Latour in between heats, head coach of the USA, said the first heat was her 7th run ever on this track. So very impressive stuff.
32 years old, at Springfield College. She was a decathlete. She was 2nd in the 2011 Penn Relays. Good athlete. Again, she just got out of the Air. She just got out of the Air Force boot camp before the season, right?
I believe that might have been last summer, but half second back, but closing Right up near the woodwork. That's what she needs. That's a nice subtle steer. 5600s. Fastest speed. She wants to earn an Olympic spot. She's going to make it interesting. Third fastest speed here.
Second, she's going to drop maybe one spot, but dropping one spot will still give her a shot.
It's going to be close. A race within a race. Fourth fastest speed. No matter what, this is a great result from Kelly Curtis.
Second, she only drops one spot. Now it's going to be very interesting.
Very, very interesting
what happens. And of course, Katie Iolander's yet to come, and there's no victory lap for her. But again, they throw out a race, so we don't.
I believe she stays in third with that result, even with the drops. It is very, very close between her and Megan Henry. A great result for Kelly, though. She definitely left it all on the table.
Low there.
Low line, but it made it work for her. She had the fourth fastest speed of the contest on the exit, so she's doing something right. She figured it out for her. She's going to do the math herself. She doesn't know. It's very close.
Next up from North Vancouver for Canada, Jane Chanel. This lady here, excuse me, has been around with some great starts. Remember, her breakout was the fourth place at the World Championships in Winterberg, Germany in 15. Good starter. Simon Fraser University athlete. She moved to Whistler to fully compete in skeleton. Hasn't had a great season. 7th place in the opening race was her best finish.
5:26 getaway. Anything over that 5:30 mark is puts you in the race. Gives you a chance. 1800ths of a second back right now on Margaiola.
Kelly Curtis is watching this because if Chanel can't beat her, finish third here, that would solidify her spot. The race within a race is really magnified here at this final stop of the World Cup Tour that leads into the Olympic Games.
Good looking line through horseshoe from Jane. She's not done yet. 3/10, but a mistake on the exit. Third fastest speed, but she bumps again. That's not going to help. Kelly Curtis is watching this very, very closely right now. 6th fastest speed from Jane.
Still holding on to second. Kelly Curtis wants to see her hold on to third.
3900ths is the gap between first and second right now. Anything over that, and Jane falls.
Right to the 100th of a second. Her spot on the Olympic team. Third, she does. That
No, it ties it. She needs one more.
One more.
She dropped one.
Okay, so then Jane Chanel
I think
drops one. Boy, Kelly Curtis is right on the bubble. We're not talking winning medals here. We're talking about qualifying to go to an Olympic Games. The races within race here on every sled that comes down. Perfect form here, Greg.
Yeah, that's a great line through horseshoe, but she left something on the table on the exit. This exit's fine, but the corner after it, she gets high on the exit. We're going to see it here, I think, and then comes out and clips the inside wall, and you're on the wrong side of the track, and then does it again down here at the bottom. It's so easy to do here, and she may have just done Kelly Curtis
a favor. Now, next up from Germany, Hannah Nies, the youngest of the 3 German athletes out here. She was the leader of the 3 German athletes. She's only got a 4th place finish for the season, 11th best in World Cup.
I believe she needs a third to qualify. Even though she's qualified by international standards for the Germans to send her, she needs a 3rd place finish here or better. So she has some work to do.
Gives up some time at the start.
She threw down a burner in the first heat. Tied for 6th.
One of the youngest athletes in the field. She's 21 years old from Winterberg. Sliding in an FES sled.
She's got some work to do. She's 3/4 of a second back right now. I know she steps on the gas late, but she's got some work to do if she wants to catch the Italian. The question is,
Kelly
Curtis.
She's in 7th place right now. Hannah Nies on this run. She is dropping more time back. She's bringing it back.
Here it comes. It is going to be close. 8300s, 7800s. Hannah Nies may send Kelly Curtis to the Olympics right here.
39. I think she's good. I think Kelly Curtis is in.
3rd fastest speed. It is going to be. It is going to be close.
Show us Kelly Curtis.
I think she just sent Kelly Curtis to the Olympics.
The Germans.
Hannah just missed.
How about,
Wow. What just happened?
yeah, this,
She knows it.
she drops 3 spots. She still is the best German, though, of the day.
The drama that just transpired. Hannah Neese, I believe, just missed the Olympics. Kelly Curtis, who was the 3rd-ranked American coming into the race, I believe just overtook 2nd and may have just booked a trip to Beijing.
Well, the Germans got 3 sleds. I can't see them. Her and Rolling got to go. You know, I can't believe they just would take these 3. There's our leader, the Italian Margaiola, who's the most, how to say, the best of the season. She came out of nowhere this year. Wow, is it, the excitement ain't over yet. We got Katie Iolander of the United States is our next athlete from Breckenridge, Colorado. Her career, 13th at the Olympics in Pyeongchang, 4th in Sochi, 11th in Vancouver, and 6th in Torino. She's a 2-time world champion, and she cannot throw one of these races away because she missed the race. If she ends up here in the top 4 or 5, I gotta believe she's going to Beijing.
Yeah, I think Katie just needs to put down the run.
6,400's back though. At this rate, she falls behind Kelly Curtis.
Let's see, this is gonna be, oh, she clipped the roof. I believe she clipped the roof. 4th fastest speed.
Curtis is only 4/10 off the pace. Right now, Iolander is 6,600ths off the pace.
A little clip there. It is going to be very, very interesting here.
Margaiola is going to move up again.
I think Kelly Curtis is going to move up again.
I think you're right. Drops 4 spots. Katie Iolander. Margaiola again moves up.
Kelly Curtis on got a top 5.
4 to go. It's her best finish ever. What a way to get into the Olympic Games.
I mean, that's the way to
Post
do
your
it.
best finish ever. Start, well, I didn't see much wrong with the whole run.
It was a bit of an aggressive load onto the sled, but right here, yeah, she does. She clipped the roof.
Wow.
And that knocks the sled down, so it's going to rise on the end. It's just a little bit. She drives it out hard. Katie knows what to do.
Oh.
Looking at the points when this is all said and done is going to be very interesting.
I got to believe Katie's in, but we don't know. Next up from Canada, Mimi Ratneva. She's a former rugby player from Calgary. Her mother, the parents came from Bulgaria in '97. Her mother was an accomplished sprinter. Her father was a gymnast. And this is a good athlete who was blowing everybody away in training. She flew in the bottom part of the track. Hasn't had a great season. Best finish of the year was 5th last week. So now she's 4th. What a way to turn it on. The last 2 races, 5th and 4th, as she sets herself up to go to Beijing.
And may set herself up for a medal in this race. 3 sleds to go. Provisional leader by a 1/4 second. Right up next to the lip. Look at the frost fly off. I don't think she actually got in it. That's as high as you can go. Got picked up on the exit, but sneaks it through, threads the needle.
Hi, Canada. Thank you, Snorri. Thank you, Maya, for everything.
Okay, now, here we go for the medals. And the World Cup title. To edge of our seats here. Janine Flock, the veteran from Austria, who's won World Cup titles herself, who's ranked 4th in World Cup points, 32 years old. Finished just outside the medals in Pyeongchang. She had the lead, 2nd place position going into the final run and fell to 4th. She's out trying to get some revenge and come back and win a medal in Beijing.
Ooh, little clip and it's skied going in the wall.
That's not good. But she's a good glider on the bottom part of the track.
Well, that negates her when she's back 300. That's going to hurt. She fell back probably a 10th here just from that little clip. 1,800, it's almost 210. Wow.
She's only had 1 podium, which was a gold medal in Sigulda a couple weeks ago. She Hasn't had a podium on the other 6 races.
Fighting to get it late in the horseshoe, gets it out with that minimal steering.
But she's got a chance if she somehow is the leader and Kimberly Boss falls to 10th, she wins the World Cup title. So she's got to be the leader here to pursue a World Cup title.
7th fastest speed is going to do it. She's been 1,800 back the last 3 splits. She needs a great bottom of the track if she wants a chance at it.
I don't know, Mimi Raniva at the bottom is the best speed. I don't think so. Unless some kind of miracle here at the bottom. No, falls 1 spot. Mimi Raniva wins her first medal of the year. What a way to enter the Olympic Games. Janine Flock falls 1 spot. That means that the World Cup leader coming up next controls her destiny to win the Netherlands' first ever World Cup title. No worse than 4th here for Janine. Again, falls off the podium again. Only 1 time this season, this veteran
This is where
was
it
on the
happened.
podium.
Oh, right there. Just that little wall hit, and it just knocks the sled out from underneath her. A little wild here at the bottom, a little wall clip there, but that wasn't the damage. Yeah, she knows it. Great result, though. Top 4
It could
finish.
still be a medal.
Yep.
Could still be a medal. Now, what a heat. Kimberly Boss from the Netherlands. The Netherlands have won many, many world championships and many Olympic medals and many World Cup titles in the other sport on ice, speed skating. Never here in the sport of skeleton or bobsled or luge. All this young lady has to do is get to the bottom, get within the top 10, and she'll walk away with the Golden Globe World Cup trophy.
She's working a little bit in a straight. Oh, she sneaks it through. She doesn't hit the same bump she needed. She got 4,600s in the bank. Kim doesn't need to win this race, although I'm sure she really would like to. We need to see something that's lower than 11th place, I think, at the end of this run, and she will be your World Cup overall champion.
She has better start times this year. She's medaled 5 times. She's won 3 races. But the dominant player on the field. Now, you know, she was top 10 in her first World Championships in 2015. We knew she was a slider.
Fastest speed on the exit of horseshoe, 100 kilometers an hour. Fastest speed here. Kim Boss is going to try to win a World Cup overall title for the Netherlands right here.
We don't need any replays. Just watch this young athlete celebrate. Yes,
She did it! Kim Boss solidifies the Crystal Globe, the World Cup overall championship for the Netherlands, and at least a silver medal here in St. Moritz.
1600s faster in the second run.
I hit the roof.
Did you hit the roof?
Yes.
Apparently she hit the roof.
World
first or no?
Cup champion
I don't know.
on ice, not speed skating, skeleton.
She did it in style, going for the roof and horseshoe. She wasn't laying back. She wanted the speed. It worked. Fastest speed of the competition on the exit. Your World Cup overall champion, the Crystal Globe, is yours, Kimberly Boss.
Well, Jacqueline Naracott from Australia. You talk about the Dutch never winning anything. There hasn't been too many medals shared in skeleton amongst Australians. An Australian has never led at the end of the first heat. And here's Jacqueline Naracott, came out of nowhere, surprised everybody.
Jackie just wants to really put icing on the cake going into the games here. She's got 300s in the bank. This is simply for the win here. There's no Olympic birds on the line. This is for pride going into the game. 100 back.
A medal. Top 5 finish should be spectacular. She hasn't really had a great season. Not even near a podium.
Back in the green, 100. Now Kim hit the roof. So there's, in theory, time left in horseshoe.
Spectacular to see this Australian athlete. Australians are also very good in women's monobob.
Fastest speed, but she hits the wall on the exit. Huge speed, 101.6. Should be green numbers here. No, dead heat. Wow.
She hasn't finished better than 11th all season. Can she do it? Can she win a medal? Can she win a gold medal?
That's a green number there.
To the 100.
Second fastest speed to Martin. What can she do here?
This is at least a medal.
It's on! Jackie Naracott wins her first ever World Cup here in St. Moritz. Moritz. She wins the
Shocking.
race, but Kimberly Boss wins the overall. I think both of them will be very happy with that result.
Never. She medaled, we think, in Lake Placid maybe a few years ago, but this is shocking.
Yes!
Look at that. Is that relief or just being stoked?
I don't care. I don't care. Happy birthday, Mom.
That's a great birthday present for Mom.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Jackie Naracott, gold medalist here at the St. Moritz World Cup. Way to put an exclamation point on the season, going into the Olympics, doing it in style. And it was a race all the way down the track. She was first, second, first, second, first.
She was a 100-to-1 shot coming into this race to win it. I'm sorry. And Kimberly Boss, you know, yeah, but to have Jacqueline Naracott, Australia win the gold medal, never happened before. Kimberly Boss to win the overall World Cup season title, never happened before. What a day for the sport of skeleton globally.
I'm so proud of you. Such a good run.
This is going to be a very popular result in the locker room. Jackie, one of the favorites, Kim, one of the favorites. And like I said, I think the two of them are both going to be happy with this result. Kelly Curtis, who I believe may have just booked her ticket to Beijing, comes over and congratulates her. Hannah Nice as well. Kim Boss telling her where to go. You know, she's new here.
Look at this. That's awesome sportsmanship. When you see this leaderboard, it tells you skeleton, how competitive it is in this global format. 9 different nations are in the top 9.
It's amazing.
When can we say that?
Oh, and the European Championships that was going on
And
at
it's
the same
European
time.
champion too, that's right. We haven't brought that up. European champion, world champion, or excuse me, World Cup champion. Favorite going into the Olympic Games. Wow, look at these. Look at the results, look at the countries. 9 different nations in the first 9 placings. I don't know I could say that too many more times in the sliding sports.
I'm absolutely blown away
To this
at
day.
the diversity you see here in these top 10. You don't see many duplicate flags.
Great day, fun, a great day to be doing commentary on this historic day. Here's the rest of the field. Katie Tenenbaum, Kelly Delco, Puerto Rico, Virgin Islands, Brazil, Nicole Silvera. Wow, what a, and we'll get some more of the European Championships. Jacqueline Naracott, you're a winner of a World Cup.
No one can ever take that
now,
away.
is she married to Don Parsons?
Yes, yep.
Don Parsons, she's married to. Don Parsons won a bronze medal at the 2018 Winter Olympic Games in Pyeongchang. Oh, I'm sure Dom's watching this.
He's at the top of
here.
the hill. Yeah,
He's
he's here.
okay.
He's
I
coaching.
didn't see
They
it.
just got a dog. Dom was telling me all about it. They're very excited about it. But life is good here today in St. Moritz.
Kimberly, World Cup champion, European champion.
Being second in the World Cup.
Yeah, you hold that number 1 up proudly. You have earned it. Kimberly Boss.
Silver medal today, but the gold medal because Australia's not really in the European Union. They're way down under, but Kimberly, what a season. 3 firsts, only twice off the podium in 8 races. Boy, did she train. Got it into where she gets great starts. So consistent.
Did it in style, hitting the roof and horseshoe.
And here is the World Cup standings. Look at that. Six different nations in the top 6. Look at these standings. Wow. The Russians, Canakina, the top Russian. Look at that. Nice, the top 2nd German. Rolling 3rd. That's going to be interesting to see what the Germans do with that. Iolander, Curtis, and Henry for the United States. It's going to be pretty interesting what happens there with the U.S. program. Anna Firstadt. Oh, pretty exciting.
I'm blown away.
I know. There's too many games within the game, race within race, points. Thank God we had some help from the outside.
I don't think I've ever called a race where you've been this excited of how it went down. I wish you guys could see John Morgan right now. He's notably emotional, and I love every bit of it.
This is what I like right there. Underdogs winning.
Well, Jackie did it the hard way.
Underdog. There's another underdog. You would have told me she was going to win the World Cup title, I would have bet you a lot of money, given you a lot of odds. If you'd have told me Jacqueline Naracott's going to win the race, I'm gonna do a lot of betting.
Well, that's it from here in St. Moritz. Greg West for John Morgan. We've got the men coming up in just a bit, about a half hour until they take off. John Morgan running out to interview our World Cup champion and our newly crowned World Cup winner. But once again, for John Morgan, everybody in the truck, I'm Greg West from sunny St. Moritz. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did, and we'll see you soon.